Wonderful. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. My name's Kasha Bale. I'm Professor of Gerontological Nursing at University of Canberra and ACT Health and co-president of GANA. And I'm going to hand straight over to Vicky, who's going to tell me when to press the buttons on the slides.
I'll go. Thank you, Kasha. So we can go to the next slide, I think. Here's an overview of our afternoon. So we're so delighted that we're concluding our year with presentations from undergraduate Bachelor of Nursing students. They're the names of our students who are talking today, and they're representing, each of them is representing different universities. And of course, we, as usual, will have a wonderful panel discussion afterwards. And then our meeting today is extra special because we're running our annual general meeting. And everybody is welcome to attend, but only those who are members will be invited to vote on motions that we're passing and nominations for the office bearer positions in Ghana for 2024. So we're going to share with you, for those of you who haven't been to one of our events before, you're going to be really enjoy our acknowledgement of country that is actually presented by an undergraduate student, Bachelor of Nursing student from University of Canberra, also the student who created the beautiful painting that now we are using to represent the mission for Ghana. And I believe that Kasha is going to play the video of Crystal explaining the painting and doing our acknowledgement of country that we love to do at our Ghana meetings. Perfect.
Hi, my name's Krista. I'm a Wiradjuri woman and a student here at the University of Canberra. We meet here today on Ngunnawal country. I'd like to pay my respects to all First Nations people and to all elders past, present and future. I was really happy to be asked to do the Ghana painting for the University of Canberra and for this organisation. It's really good to see like-minded people working together to help bring forth evidence-based care and practices to help in gerontology. The artwork is called Yalang, and Yalang is Wiradjuri for ripple. Ripples can have a positive and a negative effect, and we're hoping that with Ghana we can send out ripples that continuously put forth a positive output. With one person following and setting off that ripple with evidence-based practices and care, it can then work its way through the rest of the gerontology and through hospitals and through residential facilities. We have Uncle Tom Kalmer's handprints, we have Professor Vicky, and then we have Acacia, and then myself. These were to show a connection and a unity between nursing. It's bringing together the connection behind the scenes and in front of the scenes and the future that's to come. So the bottom panels I have are for 5 different stages in our lives. The first one is for while our mothers are pregnant with us and we are connected to our ancestors. So our first panel is our waters of the womb, where we are within our mothers, we are listening to the sounds of nature and connecting to society. The second panel is our community for when after we're born and for our first beginnings of life, how we're taught, and we have community and understanding and supports going through there. Our third panel, which Uncle Tom has contributed us, is our lifetime, what we do from when we decide to leave the nest and for what we contribute towards our community and help move forth. Our fourth panel is our panel of rest, where we've done what we feel that we've done and we've decided this is our time that we connect, we educate those that are coming through and coming forth and help others understand what it is that we had in our life path and hopefully gain other people to join it and to carry it on, or just help educate that they can then bring more better positive forth. Our fifth panel is our ending panel, where our cycle has completed, that we have people that may not be around us all the time but are there and help us in our final stages for when we go back to our ancestors and move forth. Working in gerontological care is some of the most complex and misunderstood nursing that there can be. There is complex nursing medication regimes. There is multidisciplinary actions that need to be taken into place that before we even start to do something, we're already going through our evidence-based practices on what we need to do to ensure that we can provide the most optimal outcome for a person receiving any of the care that we're giving. I hope my painting inspires a wave of positive change in nursing for older people.
And you can see we've been able to extract parts of that painting for the presentation today and our flyers and so on. And, you know, you can imagine how happy we are to be able to share that with everybody else. So for those of you who haven't been to a GANA meeting before, we wanted to share with you that our mission is to enable access to gerontological nursing knowledge and skills and a community of specialist nurses to support the delivery of high quality evidence-based and holistic care in Australia to older population groups and their families and carers across settings. And you'll see we deliberately chose alliance as a word within our association name. And so that's why we're particularly delighted that the Australian Association of Gerontology have been willing to support GANA, a fledgling organisation, and they've been the organisers of the event today. So thanks to Michael and his team, really very much appreciated. And great to see some new friends join us today. And of course, many of you might already know each other through other interactions, but we're just delighted that the two organisations are coming together today. And of course, next week, we're going to be at the Australian Association of Gerontology conference in Gold Coast. So we'll be seeing each other face to face, which is even better. So thank you, Pasha. There we go. And again, we'd like to share with you how what we've achieved in terms of membership since we launched. I believe it was last September. And you can see we've managed to bring together over 300 members across Australia. And some of that membership has been through two industry alliances, through Warrigal, which is an aged care organisation stretching across the Illawarra and ACT, and Opal Healthcare, that is a national aged care provider. And both of those organisations purchased memberships of GANA for their registered nurses, and Warrigal presented it on International Nurses Day, presented certificates to their nurses, and Opal Healthcare are going to do something similar at their end of year event where they celebrate their nurses in Opal Healthcare. So we're just really delighted, and thanks to all of you who are members. And if you're not members, just thanks to everyone for supporting GANA, turning up for the different events and making the discussion vibrant and motivating and inspiring. Thanks, Kasha. There we go. And we are launching a new website, well, the same URLs, but we've switched hosting platforms for our website. No idea if that's the correct terminology, by the way, but that's what I'll call it. And on the website, we're actually going to have a list of all the founding members. And many of you here today were founding members, and there'll be like a wall of honour for everybody who was here from the beginning of GANA. So a little round of applause to everybody for that. And a special round of applause for Josie, who is an undergraduate Bachelor of Nursing student about to graduate and take up her new grad year at St George Hospital. But she's led this work and really outstanding. So Josie, thank you for that. And she'll be so excited when it goes live. These are just screenshots today.
And just to point out that it's not everybody, because I couldn't fit it all on one page. So just the top half of the ABCs there.
So if your name's missing from the screenshot, apologies, but it's not missing from the website. There you go. Well done, Josie. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Kasha. There we go. And when we launched GANA, we ran a survey, of course, being diligent researchers that we are, but we actually wanted to consult with everybody and find out what you would like from GANA. And there was the main purpose of GANA is going to be creating communities of practice. And we saw nominations and suggestions and had a little bit of workshopping. And these are the communities of practice that we've launched so far. And we've actually had members nominate themselves to take a lead on this. We've got quite a large executive committee, and they'll, oh, here we go, thanks, Kasia. And somebody from each communities of practice will be supported by one of the executive committee members, but led by one of the members. And we're really excited to see how that fleshes out in 2024. And at the conference, we'll have a workshop as well. Well, hopefully we can do a bit more face-to-face networking and consolidate the work that the communities of practice will undertake. There we go. And these are the principles behind the communities of practice. We want the cross-pollination of multi-sectors, and every nurse counts in all the groups, and that's why the membership was promoted for the undergraduate students, AINs, enrolled nurses, and registered nurses and beyond. We really want to make sure that we lay the foundations for this organisation to have longevity, and anybody's welcome to join in. There we go. And Kasia and I and the rest of the team, the executive team, would welcome ideas for 2024 sessions, talks, webinars, whatever activities you would like to occur in 2024. Please pop it in the chat. We'll save the chat, and that will be used for our planning for 2024. Thanks, Kasia. Here we go. Now Kasia's going to share with you our latest success.
Thanks so much, Vicky. And look, I guess this is really, the foundation for why we wanted to bring students in talking today. Everybody knows that there's lots of challenges in residential aged care and in older person nursing and in acute settings generally. And we've been on this development about really promoting what gerontological nursing is. And so when the Commonwealth went out to tender about clinical placements in aged care, we knew that we needed to be part of it. And we were one of the successful teams. So we've got a team with University of Canberra, University of Wollongong, Edith Cowan Uni, and Curtin University. And I know some of you on with us today may be part of this or have students or industry sites that are part of it. But if you'd like to know more, please have a look. It is in early stages, but there will be more happening in the next year. It's a year rollout program, but 18 months to do so. And what we really wanted to do today was to hear from the student experiences. We are always energised to hear from the students who come into the nursing degrees who already often have a wealth of experience of working in aged care, or they come in and learn an experience from one of the positive sites that they have a placement from. And so that's why we're really hosting and celebrating the student perspective today, but embedded within this kind of Commonwealth funded program. Many of you will have seen this or a version of this previously, and this is just recognising that pathway, a potential pathway for gerontological nurses. Not all AINs will become ENs or will become RNs, and we don't want them to be. We want to support the whole workforce working with older people, but recognising that there is a pathway and actually putting it into a picture is something that hadn't necessarily been kind of advocated previously. And so really helping students and others in the workforce to see the potential of careers in gerontological nursing, and whether that's going into management, whether that's staying as a clinician or as a nurse practitioner, or in other kinds of realms of influence in the ageing space. It is a whole realm of opportunity, and we're going to hear from our future leaders in our next little half hour.